All praises be. All praises be. Let Jah be praised. Let our praises ascend into the Holy of Holies. Most High Jah Rastafari. Yeah, hail him high. Yeah, let our praises ascend into the Kadusa Kadusa and moving through the Trinities 2 and 1 and even through their powers and even through the powers of the Trinities 2 and 1. You know what I mean? Hail him high, hail her high, hail the high, Selassie Jah Rastafari, Isis I, Selassie I, Aman Raman and TNI. Indeed, indeed. You know, let God be praised, people. Oh, for sure, for sure. We are here. Give thanks for a new, brand, grand resurrection day. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jah is good. Jah is great. Jah is true and faithful. You know, indeed, and His ways are altogether righteous and holy and pure. You know, give thanks. Give thanks. Selassie. Yeah, yeah. Do give thanks. People, let me show you something. Let me show you something. You see that building over there? The tall one? That's a government social housing unit. I told you about it. They're almost finished. As you can clearly see. Yeah. It's a social housing unit. You see what I'm saying? For people that live in apartment buildings that are run by slumlords and criminals that they're going to shut down. They want to shut them down. There's a bunch of buildings like that all around the hood. They got smaller ones, but this is the biggest one, you know. All around the city, they're building these things. That's right, to shut down all you slumlords and even your Airbnbs. It's just been reported on the news in Montreal that there's a bunch of Airbnbs that are being run illegally. Okay, we got to do something about it. Yeah, we got to do something about it. And in the homelessness crisis, we got to do something about it. You know what I mean? And this is what they're doing about it, including all of you rooming houses that were built as houses, commercial structures. It doesn't even matter. But then you turn them into rooming houses, you're not allowed to do that. It's illegal under the TAT, aka housing bylaws. But they let you do it anyways. Who let you do it? Criminals. Criminals everywhere. You know? Criminals letting criminals get away with being criminals. You know? Man, gonna have to do something about that. You know? And that's what's going on. Anyways, you know? I've been working on that for the past 7 months. You know? Yeah, well, give thanks and praise. You know, we are here. So much going on. I told you the earth is rocking cause we keep it rocking. We keep it wobble, 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 wobble. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Shake, shake, shake it off. Shake it off. Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. The earth is gonna shake, 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 shake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. You're the most just off, all right. Yeah. Oh, it's a joy to be alive. It's a joy to be here. It's a joy to be authentically myself. Everything about me, R.I., is authentic. Yes, I told you. I told you. I'm the catalyst. Yeah, the archetype. Yeah, the variable, man. The anomaly. Yeah, the animal. Yeah, just call me the animal. You know what I'm saying? For the animal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, and so it's the judgment, so you know, I'm just here to kind of expound the judgment for you and let y'all know what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on out here, you know? Big earthquake in Jamaica, I tell you, the place is rumbling. See that? 4.1, downgraded. You know, Philippines got rocked again today, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, in Tokyo got rocked. Tsunamis in Tokyo, heat waves in Europe. Yeah, we got storms, and we got hurricanes even. You know what I mean? And earthquakes in the U.S., man. North Carolina, South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? Utah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they're all just getting it. You know what I'm saying? They're just getting it. Same with Canada, stormy weather, all kind of things, floodings, all over the place. Alberta, Edmonton, flood warnings. Oh no, the ship is sinking. You know. Then we got Yellowstone cracked open. I told you that the other day. Then you got yesterday. I didn't post it. Do your own due diligence. We're on a maintenance break. You know what I'm saying? And a recalibration swing. You know, we're swinging into recalibration, you know what I'm saying? Because as you know, Mercury is going into retrograde tomorrow, which means prior to it going retrograde, it was going prograde, which means it was moving eastward, and now it's moving westward, which means it's going in the opposite direction, which means it's going retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Anyways, I didn't post it, you know what I'm saying? But lava fountain, over 1,000 feet high, Kilauea in Hawaii. Yeah, man, that's a record. That's a record. Everything's a record, you know what I'm saying? Everything's a record in this judgment. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can check it out, you know. Kilauea, Hawaiian volcano, go on YouTube, you know, eruption, 1,000-foot eruption, you know, 2026, and you'll see. Yeah, this is its 50th eruption of the year, which is record-breaking. It's the most eruptions of that volcano in recorded history, you know. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know. Yeah, the most high Rastafari. We got a strawberry moon coming. Yes, they say it's the most powerful strawberry moon in over 100 years. It's gonna be what, tonight or tomorrow night? Yeah, the most powerful strawberry moon in over 100 years. Yeah, well, it's more than that. It's the most powerful strawberry moon ever. The most powerful full moon ever. Yeah, until the next one after that, it just gets more and more powerful. You know, and greater full moon, or greater full moon. You know, yeah, you know, that's the way it is. You know, man, get with it, people. You know, so yeah, even the moon about to go retrograde, a full moon about to go retrograde, people. I tell you, do good and good will follow, man. These people just want to do evil. You know, whoever it is, it doesn't matter whoever you are, what you are, or what you do, or wherever you are, or doesn't matter. We don't just love wickedness and can't stop. You get one day out of the week if you just stop the wickedness and try recalibrate and cleanse yourself. No, forget all that. We're going to do wickedness. All right, you get one day out of the year, man, which is really 3 days out of the year. The summer equinox, the sun stands still. Zin, that's a judgment. Anyways, Mercury right now is standing still. Yes, it was moving eastward and then it stopped. It's preparing for its retrograde. Yeah? Good. Literally, just stop in mid-heavens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, it's a serious time, man. You know what I mean? Serious time. You're the most high Rastafari. Too much going on, you know? But, how about this? You got Damien Ryan, who is a well-known Hells Angels. Remember I told you the guy, they said the Iranian Ayatollah Trump murdered, hired him to unalive 2 Iranian dissidents. Remember, it's the Ayatollah that hired him. Yes, that's the story. The Ayatollah hired this Hells Angels from Alberta to unalive 2 Iranian dissidents. And he unalived one in the USA. And the one in Canada is still alive. And so the US wants to extradite him to the USA. Well, he was just found guilty for a bunch of other crimes yesterday and given 24 years. Hard time. So even though I may have been a little, you know, off about, you know, this Al Boivin guy whose parents are Hells. They're all Hells. They were all Hells. These are just kids who are like, we want to do our own thing. Alan Boivin, his friend Dave Turmel, and a few other kids said we're going to do our own thing. And that's what they did. And they started their own gang called the Blood Mafia Family Gang, BMF. Some say BFM. It's the same thing. Blood Family Mafia, Blood Mafia Family. You see me, I say? And they started to war with the Hells Angels. Cause a big problem with the Hells Angels. Make the Hells Angels have to run to police for help. You see? And then they caught this guy. Because remember, they found a tracker on Dave Turmel's car. And he flew out to Italy. Okay? And then his boy now, Alain Boivin, went and started his own clique called the North Savage Gang, NSG, right? And then they started beefing. Their 2 gangs started beefing for turf, while the Hells are beefing both of them. No joke. And so that's who this Al Boivin guy is, you know? So they said that this Al Boivin guy was looking for a friend of Dave Turmel's that owed him money and couldn't find him and kidnapped his mother. And the story was that he unalived her or whatever, man. It seems like as if now they're saying, well, those are not his charges. You know, like as if they can't really prove that he's the one that did that. But yeah, but that was the talk though. It's possible they can't charge him with that because there's just not enough evidence. But they have enough to charge him for a bunch of stuff, which they know he's not going to beat all of that. So for sure he's getting some hard time. You know? Yeah, man. Al Boivin, right? And then yesterday, your biker rally day. It was biker rally day yesterday. And it turns out that it's a rally in support for a HA that was murdered out there. Oh, really? Big biker rally for a fallen soldier. Okay. Anyways, well, that same day they found your boy, Mr. Al Boivin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's the judgment. I'm telling you, man. That's just the judgment. Anyways, it is what it is, you know? But, just a little clarification, you know what I'm saying? About this whole Smokehouse Shithouse saga, you know? I was there. I remember I was at the courthouse. It wasn't long after being in the courthouse that I kind of, you know, I did my little showroom speech, you know, because I want to document everything live. You know what I'm saying? But after looking into things, you can see what's really going on. But the point is that I needed to know what was really going on in there, and that's why I got out. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. You feel what I'm saying? That is the most important thing. But the point is that they used 2 courtrooms to try to trap me. That's what they tried to do. They used 2 courtrooms to try to trap Rastafari. Okay? And also the front desk. When I got into the courtroom, or the courthouse, the front desk was full. I've never seen it so full in my life. I'm talking about at least a good 30 people, man. No joke, at the front desk. There's only like 2, maybe 3 boxes open, man. You know what I mean? But hey, whatever, you know? But when I walked in there, I was just blazing. You people, yeah, you're trying something right here. I was like, get me here too, man. Yeah, well, whatever, you know? On my paper, it says R40. I go to R40. No, Rasclad, you know, people, my paper, when I got home, I didn't have my paper on me. I was talking like that because there were some lawyers around me still, you know. Well, either crowns or lawyers, you know, and you could tell they were listening, you know. And I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. You tried to trap me. I even had the paper with the damn thing on it, seen R40. And yet still, I go to R40, and yet they got me in the wrong room because the judge told me, oh, you're supposed to be in R30. Right. What's that all about? I didn't have the paper on me, people. I didn't have the paper on me, Rastafari. See? When I got home, the paper says R30. That's not the point. That's not the point. The reason why I went to R40 is because that's the performer courtroom. I know this courthouse. That is the performer courtroom. And that's where I always go before I end up going to, let's say, preliminary, which it never even ends up there. So, no, guy. You can't come and tell me about no R30, but either way, I know what I'm talking about. That's the performer room. I went to the right room. Remember, this is where this guy was hiding from me at least 2 times when I went to court, you know, for this thing with Willie. Right, why was he hiding over there? Because that was the courtroom. But then what did he tell me? Go over there and wait in R30, right? And what happened? The first time he did that, he thought I was leaving the courthouse and then ran up in R30 to try to run a warrant for me. Right, there was no performance supposed to take place in there. We're just using this room to try to issue a warrant out for this guy. Okay, and he did that twice. He told me to go to that room, but I met him over there in R40. Okay, when I went to court the day my nephew showed up, right? This is performing, you know. What room was that? R40. It was all the way in the end, the boot. Okay, good. You see what I'm saying? R40 is performer. So no matter what, man, I left the paper at home. Why do I need to bring this damn paper? You know, but I was gonna bring it, you know, but I'm like, why do I need to bring the paper? Either way, if I go to court, my name is supposed to be in the system either way. Even if the man's like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to be in the system. Your name is supposed to be in the docket, you know? But I know where performer is. So I'm going to the right room, you know. All right, good. When I look, so when I did my little throne room, I showed you, my name is there. You didn't see it, but my name was there. All right, cool. Over here, next to this courtroom. Okay, that doesn't make no sense. I never seen that happen before. I've been to this courtroom before. I've been to this court room before, the shit room. Never seen that before. They have a list of other dockets from other courtrooms. Never seen that before. But okay, you want to do that. But today of all days, now, when I looked, I see my name. It's over here. So I didn't necessarily look to see if my number was there, but I could swear I saw R40. But why am I don't have to look for that. You're here. This is it. R40, man. You know what? You got my name over here. First row of names, too. When guess what, man? Like, this is R30. The courtroom. If you're going to tell me that when I first got to court and I saw my name, right next to my name was the courtroom number R30, right? But there's courtroom R10, R20, and then R30, and then R40, which is in the corner. So I'm saying, why would you put R30 up there first? It's just games. It don't even matter though, people. I'm trying to show you. I'm at R40. All right, cool. I'm sitting down. I knew right away, no, this ain't right. Everything's wrong about this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be charged for contempt or held in for contempt by the judge if I interrupt him or not. Like, I actually got to wait. Good. So I waited 40 minutes in that damn courtroom. You see what I'm saying? Until he paused and it was like, I don't know if I'm in the right courtroom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's your name? Gave him my name. You're not in the system, which means you got to go to the front desk. That's what that means. Even if I don't go to the front desk, right, I got to go to, I'm going to look on the dockets before I get to the front desk, first of all, but my name's not even here on R30. And then I'm going to run back to R40, which I saw my name there, and guess what? Your name's not going to be there. They're just going to mess with your head. This is what the plan was, mess with the man's head and get to him. Literally. His name's not there, which means you got to go to the front desk. That's right, which means R30 or 40 is going to run your name, most likely R30, since that was on your paper, right? Good. And that's what was on the docket when I went back to the docket after he told me, you're not in R40, you're in R30. Okay, I went. My name's not on the docket. I come back to R40. My name's on the docket for R30 now. Right. So I went back to R30 and I waited. Cool. I'm just trying to show you, man. This is what the plan was. I wasn't supposed to make it out of R40. Just sit there and wait 45 minutes at least, because the judge has 45 minutes to call your name at least 3 times up in the court before she issues a warrant out for your arrest. This is why no warrant was issued right away. Even if she tried to, it's going to go to the front and they're going to say, we actually can't. Did you call him? Like we know the court. What time was he supposed to be at court? 2:30. Okay, he's not there at 2:30. We can't issue an arrest warrant for him right away. Especially if he's not the kind of guy that's always late and never showing up at court. Exactly. So now you have 45 minutes to get your ass into that courtroom. And they're going to call you once every 15 minutes. Okay, so they called me once. Didn't call me on no damn intercom. That's for sure. I'm in the other courtroom. Call me again. I'm in the other courtroom. We got one last try until 3:15. 3:15. I left the other courtroom at around 3:09 and got to the other one by 3:10. Here I am. They were kind of stunned. I was thinking you're stunned because, damn, you just realized that, damn, this dread guy with his head wrapped up is not me. But no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. What it is they're all in on it. It was all a part of it. And it was just, if I get stuck in that courtroom, I'm going to be with him. Dread guy like me. So it's a vibes kind of thing. But yo, you know, they're just running files. And it's like we're just waiting. Right. Maybe we should just dip. Or maybe I should just dip. But even still, no. I stay in there. They're running my name in R40. They're going to run my name in R40. If I went to R30 and I stayed there, I got to wait there 45 minutes. By the 45th minute, the judge in R40 issued a warrant out for my arrest, and the damn courts altered what was on the damn docket. If on the docket when I first got there it said R30, at R40 it doesn't matter. They're going to alter that. This is what the plan was. And people, I already told you. This is what I'm trying to show you. You know, you study patterns. You go through something, you're not going to go through it again. You got to be cautious and aware. Remember, I went to court one time, and my lawyer, the liar, was hiding in the boot, which is a box that has the court room in it, and it has an office, and it has like another office in the little cubicle. Okay? So it is a cubicle, but within the cubicle is the courtroom, which is a pretty big courtroom, right? What was my lawyer doing? Hiding over there. What did he say to me when he saw me? When I got to court that morning, on time. I didn't think you were going to make it. Why the heck would you think that? While he's standing there in the booth, and I seen him try to open the door, the courtroom door. He was trying to see if it was open. He wanted them to hurry up and open that courtroom and run my name first thing. And then, well, if the judge issues the warrant and it works, it works. But you got 45 minutes. But hurry up and start now. I didn't think you were going to make it. I said, yo, my name's not on any docket, guy. Oh, no, that happens, that happens. Yo, guy. I started talking about the case, and he's like, yeah, I know what happened. So tell me what happened then. Well, this is what happened. No, that's actually not what happened. This is what happened. Oh, well, we don't want to talk about that here. We can go to my office. Okay, so let's go to your office. No, not now. Okay. Yeah, go to room R30 and wait for me in there. Okay. And I waited for him in there, but I didn't see him. I told you what was up. I didn't even see him nowhere, and I know what's up. This guy wants me to leave. I can go to the bathroom. It doesn't even matter to try to run my name, and that's what was going on. I went to the bathroom at least 3 times, and oh, something's going on. As I get back, they're shuffling up, nervous, whatever. The point is, I went to the bathroom. I came back, and I seen a lawyer. I don't know who this lawyer is. He didn't even have a briefcase or nothing with him. He had some files in pink folders in his hand, and he was calling up weird names at first. One of the names I told you was, what was it again? Baron Goulet. My first name is Barry, right? Barrington. And my lawyer's last name is Goulet. No, his last name is Boulet. So here they call Baron Goulet. And I knew, these people. I went to the bathroom, I returned, and then I see this lawyer with these pink folders say, I'm going to bring up the case of Barrington Anderson. Yeah. Some stupidness, domestic abuse, and he's in therapy and blah, blah, blah. I told you, he was messing with my head, right? Now, I did not interrupt because you could be held in contempt, and this was the plan. So what did the guy do? Well, he doesn't do nothing. So that's what he says about this Goulet guy. You know what I mean? And then, next thing you know, well, I left the courtroom to go to the front desk to ask them what the heck is going on. I just heard this man call my name, you know? But no, that was before I went to the damn front desk. I asked this guy, did you just call my name? As he came out the courtroom, did you just call my name? And he's like, no, what? No, no. And he left. But when I looked on the docket, my name appeared. It wasn't there before. And I laughed, ha. Remember? And I told you about how this damn blondie, security guard, Haitian security guard, blonde hair, was like, oh, can I help you? Oh, you want to get smoked? You know what's going on right now. Listen, this man called my name. Oh, your lawyer? Patrick, who's your lawyer? Listen, could you just listen to me? This guy called my name. He says he didn't, but he called my name. Secondly, I'm not in the system, and I don't want to leave. And then you issue a warrant out for me. Huh? Who's your lawyer then? You know what? Bye. And I left, and my lawyer and all of them thought I was leaving the courthouse. She cued them and told them I left. I didn't leave. But I went by the cubicle, which is where my lawyer was hiding, which over there, that's where the exit of the courthouse is. You can't come in through that entrance. You can't come in. You could only lawyers can. But everybody can leave through there. You have to come in through the other side. Right, so I'm just trying to show you, this is the game, and I ain't falling for it again. You know what I mean? I ain't falling for it again, man. These people watching me over here. I'm actually here secluded in a corner, and people are still watching me. I'm not even loud, I ain't even loud right now, people, man. And I got people like, it's just the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, he's over here. You know what I'm saying? He's over here, man. Yeah, smoke break. Yeah, it's too much, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm trying to show you. Here you're trying to set me up. My name is not in the docket, and I told you that when I came into the courthouse. Okay, but yet now, boom, my name is in the docket, and it's like, what, you think I'm stupid? You think I don't know that you just put my name in the docket just now? I just told you my name is not in the docket, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because when I was at court for this whole trial, which we're scheduled for trial, but this guy wants to play games, and I'm in the office with him. And he's telling me, because I told him, listen to me, man, this whole thing with my cousin, smoking him. Listen to me, guy. You guys are, I don't know what the heck you expect. You telling me I'm paranoid. Yo, bro, listen to me. Last time my cousin came to court, he didn't have court that day. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. And he wasn't in the docket. Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. And he said, yeah, but you weren't in the docket neither. Exactly. Exactly. And I wasn't in R40. Which is where we had a performer. You see what I'm saying? But it got postponed because the Crown was saying that they need to find the witnesses, which were the officers that arrested me that day for the public mischief. Exactly. 20 minutes suspension, and that's when my nephew showed up. When this guy's on his phone, tick, 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 in the courtroom, tick, 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 running out the courtroom to get me to come over by the courtroom instead of standing by the lobby where I saw my cousin, and he dipped out of my way twice. This is what happened, man. He came, he's like, yo, Barry, yeah, because my cousin must have texted you or something and said, yo, the man. And he's there like, yo, I can't walk towards him and him see me. You know what I'm saying? And so he came and he pulled me, right? The judge saw all of this. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, hey, Barry, yeah, what? I'm finding a date for you. So that's why you came to call me? Yeah, okay. I went back into the courtroom and I went right back to where I was standing. And I seen the man again. Black fitted, blue blazer, and black pants. And white J's. I seen him dip. I'm like, yo, what was that? Here comes my lawyer again. Yeah, Barrington. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so we're working on getting a date. All right. And then he told me, made sure to tell me, no joke, just wait by the courtroom. We're going to call you in 2 minutes. And I did that. And then my nephew came through the side door. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to show you. And this is what I'm telling the man, you think I trust you? Look at the things you're doing, bro. My nephew didn't have court that day. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. And he wasn't in the docket. So you weren't in the docket. Right. Listen, he didn't have court. He didn't even tell me he had court. He didn't tell me what he was there for, nothing. Secondly, Patrick, I was about to leave. I met the judge. He told me to wait outside. I waited outside. My nephew shows up. We both walking together. You don't think the court notices this? You don't think the judge notices this? Wait, okay, this guy walked in with him. It doesn't mean he knows him. But as I'm walking out now, my nephew says, yeah, wait for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to wait for you outside. Now, as I'm outside now, I'm like, why am I waiting for this youth? This kid is trouble. I told you I'm going to tell you some stories about this kid and what he tried to do to me. My damn doppel sister's son tried to set me up, at least 3 times, with some serious people, man. This crazy kid, man, lying on me and all kind of things, man. I'll save that for another day. The point is, I said, I ain't waiting for this kid. Put my bag on my shoulders, walked out the door, walked down the stairs, didn't even get to the bottom before my intuition told me, look up. I turn around, I look up the stairs. Whose head is peeking into the glass? My nephew. Hey. I'm like, yo, you done, man? He's like, yeah. Just got to talk to my lawyer. And that's what he did. He spoke to his lawyer, went into the booth and spoke with his lawyer, and then came out, and then we left together. Exactly. He didn't pass the court. My point is, you had this kid coming to the court, and you're here doing all kind of things, talking to him. You're tick, 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 ticking. Yo, it's clear. The Crown was like, oh, we have to suspend because, we don't have the witnesses in this case. Right, my colleague. She's talking to my lawyer, my ex-lawyer. Yes, exactly. While he's ticking on his phone, the man is texting like crazy on his phone. Okay, good, man. This is the same judge that told him to call me into the courtroom, by the way, Right, which means he knows something's going on. This man is trying to get him arrested. You call him on the intercom. He made my flipping ex-lawyer call my name on the intercom, and I heard my name as I was in R30, and they were getting real loud with this black judge on the stand. I've never seen this black judge on the stand before. Okay, no problem. And I caught it. Oh, you bastards. And I ran out. I literally ran out the courtroom. Not ran, but I kind of I was moving hurriedly. Because I'm like, wow, these people trying to catch me. Wow, So when I got into the courtroom, the first thing I said is, yo, what are you doing, to my lawyer who was at the stand? The judge is looking at me. He's like, yo, just relax. You're here. You made it. He nodded. He's like, you're here, kind of winked a bit. I'm like, yeah, you told me to go sit in another courtroom. Oh, no. Yo, guy, what the heck? Right, so now we have that, and we have this guy talking about suspension to get the witnesses, and then tick, 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 tock, tock, and here's my nephew, and then tick, 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 tock, 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 and he was in the courtroom with my nephew, When I was about to leave, I told you there was gang stalkers on the courtroom floor. I told you I spotted them, I smoked them, I even told him, you're gang stalkers. The point is, I was about to leave. One of them alerted him, the man's leaving. And he told my nephew, man, yo, the man's leaving. And so guess what? My nephew ran out the courtroom. Never went to court. Okay, good. That's some serious shit you guys doing right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's serious, Okay, so now here I'm at the court. They're playing games with me. I went to R40. That's the performer room. Forget R30. I'm not playing this game, because if I would have went to R30, my name's not on the docket, and I still would have went to R40 and seen my name over there. I always check my name, because I would have been like, wait a minute, man, wait a minute. I know performers at R40, but they put on the paper R30. Okay, but I'm at R30 and my name ain't there, but my name is on R40. I still would have waited in that courtroom. But it's for me to figure out, yo, these people are playing with you. This is what they're doing. So that's what it is. I know you're playing with me. I know performer is in R40, so I'm going to go straight there. I don't care what room you put on that damn thing. I went over there, my name was over there and nowhere else. All right. So he has the paper, he's going to follow us. No, I ain't even following you no more. That's what it is. I ain't following you, walking into your traps no more. I walk around them. If I would have followed you, I would have ended up in R30, waiting in our flipping 30. You see what I'm saying? And you would have waited the 45 minutes and you would have called me up in R40. You see what I'm saying? That's what would have happened, right? And then I get a warrant issued out for my rent and nobody calls my name up in R30. And then I got to go to the front desk to find out what the heck is going on. You know, or how about I go to R40 to look on the docket and see my name now on the docket for R40. Damn, I missed my court date. You know, that's what it is. It's games. Trying to trap me. Either this courtroom, that courtroom, or the front desk. Now, guess what? You see the damn judge that was in R40? It was a different judge. I never seen this judge before. But the lady, the black judge that was there in R40, remember I told you, they called my name and I heard it in that courtroom because he told me to go sit in there, right? And the judge told him to call my name, right? That black judge that was the judge that day, and I'm telling you, everything was weird. Everything just seemed so orchestrated, meaning it was all fake. She's not a judge. I went to court the other day. I'm in R40 now. She's a flipping stenographer now. She's a stenographer. She's a court clergy now. She's sitting down there now. While you got this next judge, a white judge, sitting up there. What? I've never seen it in my life. No judge is doing that. No judge is gonna sit up here now. She's a judge, and you're just gonna make her a flipping court clergy. Yeah, sit down there. You know, it ain't happening. How did that happen? Because she wasn't a judge. That was all staged. This guy telling me to go sit in R30 and wait for him while he's in R40 waiting for me, right? And they called me in R40, right? Okay, that's what I'm trying to show you. You're not going to catch me again. I know it's in R40. I know where performer is. I'm going to R40. You can try to hold me in here. It ain't happening. See? I feel the vibes. I see the glitches. There was a man, one man. See? The first Shithouse smoke out. Yeah? Video. Where I show you the names. There was a white man sitting there. You saw the lawyer sitting there too, or the little crown. You saw her reaction. You see how she was watching me, right? She's a part of it. She was in there acting stupid. While so was this guy in there acting stupid, acting like he really has a case, but acting like nothing bothers him. And these people are just running, flipping conference files for people who are in jail and taking these long pauses and stuff like that. Like it's not to say that it bothers him, but yo, man, yeah, for sure. It's like, what the heck? I mean, why can't you run us? And it's like, yo, am I in the right place here? You know what I mean? Because it's like, why would you run all of them first? And then it's not to say, yo, you're going to get agitated or not, you know. It's just like he seemed real comfortable. Real comfortable. You see, when I was sitting down, man, right before I raised my hand to interrupt the judge, I gave him the Zerminator look. You know Terminator? You know Terminator? You're sitting next to Terminator and he turns his head and looks at you slowly. That's the Zerminator look, okay? I turned my head and I looked at him while he's looking straight ahead, right? But he cracked. His eyes darted towards me, and looked down, he's looking at me, and you look real nervous, you know. I'm like, yeah, right? You guys, yeah? Your Honor, I wasn't supposed to have my file with me. You're not here, sorry, Anderson, what's the first name again, Barrington? You're not here, you know. All right, well, yo, what the heck, man, you know. So he's gonna tell me, well, we don't have you, you're gonna have to go to the front desk, sir. Okay, well, I look at your, wait a minute, I see my name here. Your name gone. For sure your name's going to be gone. You see, you go look everywhere, your name is nowhere. What the heck? You can't go wait in a courtroom, not knowing if you're in the right courtroom, right? Go to the front desk and wait. It was full up there. Full, I never seen it so full. It's like they were having a party. You know? Big party, man. I'm telling you. So that's what that was. That's what that was, you know, and they failed because I figured it out still, you know. R40, yes, but you're supposed to be calling my name first, or at least I'm supposed to be one of the first. You called, either way, it's just the vibes. I ain't standing here, you know what I'm saying? So, nice try, and if I would have just looked at that paper before I left, because I'm telling you, I could have swore, it's not even that I swore, it's not that, it's just I know performers in R40, that's what it is. So it's like you have to say to yourself, yo, wait a minute, no, performers in R40, so no, so I had to say R40, no, man. My flipping liar, my ex-lawyer, actually put R30. Yeah, okay, but yet I'm over there in R40, and I'm not over there in R30. Yeah, sure. And how come this judge now didn't call my name? She's supposed to call our names. We still have court. I may not have a lawyer, but she's supposed to call up my name. Huh? You see, when I got into the courtroom, I see this dread boy with his head wrapped. He had his head wrapped. No joke, with his locks coming out on top. Okay. I thought he was Haitian. He's not Haitian. He's a Jamaican. You know? I just didn't get a good look at him still, you know? But I actually kind of did, you know? But he could pass for a Haitian. He don't really look like a Jamaican. He's a Jamaican. Bearded up and everything, you know? Looking a bit like me, you know, and everything, you know? I'm in the courtroom. He didn't see me come in. I walked in behind him. He didn't see me come in. Why? Because he's kind of like, yo, what's going on here? He can't understand why it's taking so long for them to call his name and da-da-da-da-da. You know, it's because, yo, bro, you're just a, you know, a nugget. First of all, and you're actually here for me. You understand? Meaning if I go into R30, I'm going to see this dread guy. Yo. These guys are acting funny in here. Me and him are probably going to talk a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're going to become friends or nothing like that. Yeah. All right. You know, but it's for me to stay in there. It's for me to stay in there. You know? And then they're going to run me in the other room. That's all that is. It's just a distraction, and spell work too. He's a part of it, you know, but he really had court. Meaning he's a part of the thing, gang stalking thing, and they're gonna use him. You got arrested, okay, well guess what? Your court date's on this guy's court date. Same thing with Ashanti. She might not be a part of it, you know. She might not be a part of it, but something happened with her. You see what I'm saying? And they decided to put her court date on this day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even changed her court date. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what that is. Because she wasn't in the court. She had court at 9 in another courtroom. But in my docket, I had to see that. That's right. They made sure to put that in my docket for a reason. So that's what I'm trying to show you. Ashanti, that's the same girl. My twin cousin, whose middle name is Garfield. Like my middle name is Garfield, like Gary. And he tried to molest this girl and even tried approaching her mother. Like sexual advances, you know. And then you have Marcus, whose brother Gary Garfield murdered my sister Talia, who her name's on the docket, baby father Andrew. And then we have Talia's second name is Jenna. And I'm not joking with you. No cap, people. Jenna is the name of a girl who is the cousin of a man who was there that night. My sister's baby father Andrew was murdered, and he went and told his cousin Jenna that he saw my cousin or my sister's baby father's face break up like a puzzle. No joke, her name is Jenna. I even confronted her about that. Yo, the man really told you that? And it was a man I know, his family, that told me, yo, just stay out of it. You know what I mean? Just stay out of it. You know? Just stay out of it. You know, imagine what are the chances? You know what I mean? You got Talia and Jenna, and then you got Marcus up, and you even got Ashanti, and don't forget, you got Steven, who's twin brother to Dave. Yes, the sloth. Not just that, but Steven has a son whose name is Trevor, who happens to be my adopted doppelbrother. All of this just to mess with your head. You see what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing. Okay, and all that's to mess with your head. So now I'm in the courtroom and it's like, yo, man, shoot, man, they're taking so much time. And yo, man, shoot, man. Yo. You know what I mean? That's right, man. Now they see reaction. They're looking at them all. Yeah, you're getting nervous and shit. That's right, man. Just keep dragging this shit out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. We got you. 45 minutes later, yeah, we got you. But I'm telling you, for the first minute, 5, 10, 20, 30, or they're just watching me, observing me, especially the security guard. You know what I mean? They're really trying to monitor me. You see what I'm saying? And weren't getting no reaction out of me. So it's like, damn. And then boom, the reaction they got, they didn't expect that. Yeah, I'm not in the right courtroom. Shoot. You see when I said that, man? All of their heads snapped. What? No. And I went on to the damn bench and I told the judge, I gave my file to this lady, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, you're in R30. And I said, yeah, okay, all right. I figured that, you know. You know, it's just like so calm with it, you know. And then walked out, man. You see, when I even said to the judge, I'm not sure I'm in the right courtroom, you see the boy I Zerminated? I gave him the Zerminated look. That guy, right away, zoop! And he's just looking at me like, oh, no, what now did you think? No, what? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. So now I'm gone into R40 with this black lady who was a judge before, but now she's just, I don't know, stenographer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, court secretary or what, you're the judge's secretary or what, you know, before you're a judge. Either way, I walk into the courtroom. Dread boy doesn't see me. I sit down, okay, and I can tell, oh, I see a glitch here, but they're trying hard, really trying hard not to watch me. You know, are trying hard to not be too observant, you know, like for me to catch them watching me. But I catch them here and there. All right. And I saw the judge do it too, and she looked really worried. You know? And I'm like, what's wrong with this judge? What's going on, man? Whatever you're trying is not working. Is this guy, he got up and he ran to the bathroom, the Haitian guy. I thought he was Haitian. Let's just call him Dreddy. Dreddy runs to the bathroom and comes back and sits down in the most slick fashion I've ever seen. But it was in a slick fashion like, you know, to say, you didn't call my name. I know you didn't call my name. You know, what you guys trying in here? You know what I'm saying? What you guys trying? Because you can tell there's something going on. You know, like they're just dragging shit out and it's like he don't get it. You know what I mean? But it's like, you're here for me, boy. So they actually, the 45 minutes has to run out and then they're going to call your name. You know? But he didn't really catch that. So the man really came in, yo, I missed nothing. I know you didn't call my name. What you guys trying? Literally. And then, you know, me, I'm watching them and I know, well, me, if I turn my head, I just turn my head, right? Then they're going to look at me. All of them are going to take their time and look at me. And whoever's sitting in the courthouse is going to catch that. So I'm doing this intentionally. Yeah, look to the left, look to the right. Yeah, slowly look to the left. And then slowly face the judge. Yeah, and then slowly look to the left and hold. Right. So Dreddy seen all of this. Meaning the reaction from the court clergy and the judge watching me and shit. And then, yo, the man slowly, he gave me like a Zerminator look, you know what I mean? Like, what? You know what I mean? And he's looking at me and he's like, what? Yo. The look on his face was shock. Meaning, yo, you were there? Yo, what? And turned right away, bam, facing the judge. Okay, good. And then the judge says, after she ran on how many cases, video conference too, she asked the Hispanic boy in the courtroom. After I raised my hand, let me not left out this part here. I raised my hand. I got into the courtroom. I was in there for about 5 minutes. Like, I want to know if you ran if you issued a warrant, because if you did, I'm just gonna go to the front desk and tell them, yo, could you just let them know that I'm actually here and I was here. I was just in the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying? See if you can cancel that. If not, I gotta go straight to the police station. You know that? For them to arrest me. You know, but I'm not gonna sit in the courtroom if she did it. You know what I mean? But I know that this is what's going on. So this is what I want to do. Yo, did you issue the arrest warrant? I raised my hand. You know what the judge said? It was a pause too, you know. It was a pause, you know. Yeah, just give me a minute in French. And then she says, oh, somebody in the back raised their hand there. And nobody addressed me. So I'm like, oh, okay, good. So she ran all the files, video conference, and then she calls up this Hispanic guy. She says, do you have a lawyer? And he's like, no. She's like, well, I can't hear you. He's walking up to the bench. No. Oh, come, approach the bench. Yeah, well, no. And he gets to the bench and he's talking in the mic and she still doesn't hear him. Could he speak up? Because in her head now, she's just pissed. She's pissed right now. I ran to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom for 35 seconds tops. Okay? Took me about 7 seconds to leak. You know, I couldn't even take my time to wash my hands before I leak. I know what's going on, but I need to leak because I was in the damn courtroom before for at least a good 40 minutes, man. At least a good 38 minutes, man. Holding it. And so I run to the bathroom, yo, listen, man, took my leak, man, washed my hands. It took me, at least maybe 13 seconds to wash my hands, people. Okay, so in total, no joke, 35 to you, I was rushing. Okay, not to say you're unsanitary or nothing now, but yo, I gotta get out of here, man. These people, I know what's up. I've been through this before, you forget? With Blondie, man, giving them cues that he's in the bathroom. You know what I mean? And then I flew out the bathroom and they're like, oh shit, he's coming, oh shit. And then my lawyer ran out through the side door of the courtroom. When Blondie thought I was leaving the courtroom and cued them and told them he's gone, my lawyer slipped in through the side door, man. I didn't see him nowhere in the courtroom. I was looking for him every time I went outside, whether it be to the bathroom or even went to the front desk that day. You know what I mean? And I realized, wait a minute. As soon as I got to the front desk, I looked back and I seen Blondie moving funny, fidgeting, touching her earpiece. I'm like, what? And there was only one booth open. And I'm like, yeah, eh? I'm like, I gotta wait here. And then another booth flew open as I thought that. I'm like, yeah, right. I know you just want to hold me here to issue a warrant out for me. So I'm like, oh, gotta go. And I ran back to the courtroom. You see what I'm saying? And again, fidgeting, shoot. Everybody's quiet. The heck is going on here? I seen a few people in the court, meaning like, I don't know if they were there for court or for people who had court, but I seen them look at me twice. Yo, right. And they thought I left, man, and I caught them red-handed. So I'm saying, you ain't gonna do that to me again. I ran out that bathroom, I ran in. Alright, gone. I'm back in the courtroom. The Ross-clad Dreddy is on the stand writing down his court date. I'm guaranteed he was writing down the last letter or the last flipping number for the day of the month, man. You know what I'm saying? Or the number for the courtroom. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, yo, his face is down at the paper. He's like, yeah, okay, I got it. Like, they were rushing that, man. Listen, okay, hurry up. You know, we got to close the courtroom, you know, because we take our break at 3:30, you know, and that was it. And he's a part of it. And he knows what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. Listen, had I stayed in that bathroom for another minute, people, she would have issued that warrant out for me. You see what I'm saying? Because she already called me 2 times. She called me twice already. You know, I'm going to call you thrice. All right? Lock the courtroom with his things inside. Maybe they'll open it for me. Maybe someone will open it to get my things. But the thing is, did she issue a warrant out for me? I don't know. I'm going to have to go check by the front desk. Right. Big line up over there by the front desk. It's just stress. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, then you find out. Yeah, they issued a warrant for you. Oh, no. Oh, my God. No flipping way, bro. You know what I mean? And my coppers just passed by saying hi. Looks like they got somebody in the back too. Or, I don't know. I don't think that was a perp, you know? Probably like, I don't know. Maybe, I guess another agent, you know? Training, who knows, you know? But, yeah, it's rare you see that. That person was not handcuffed, you know? And the police station is not in that direction, so maybe training, or that was actually a federal agent with them in the back seat of the cruiser, which that does happen at times, you know. But yeah, people, and they looked right over here, you know, so they know I'm here, man. You know, I'm not even loud, people. They just looked right over here, and this is private property. I'm not supposed to be over here. This is where these guys almost got beat up because these guys, hey, private property. You see me if I'm on it, man? No problem. When people come on here and cause problems, I tell them, get off. You know what I'm saying? Man, tell them, get off. I think the boss even see me do that 1 or 2 times. Yo, what you doing? Trashing the place? You get out of here, man. You know, so I'm not causing no problem. You know what I mean? I'm not causing no problem. You know? But, yeah, man. They tried real hard, man. I mean, what a damn disgrace, eh? How many times you gonna try and fail? Right. So that's that. I made it out. They tried. They failed. But that's what it really was. They said we're gonna try to get him in 3 ways. You know what I'm saying? Front desk and 2 courtrooms. Shit rooms. Yeah? Yeah. And front toilet. But them called front decks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rastafari, you gotta be vigilant, you gotta be careful. I can't say they almost had me. I can't say you almost had me. Doing all of that to catch a man and he still got out of it? Nah, you didn't almost catch me. You see, Jam made you think you almost catch me. Good. Good. The other day I went and I checked my uncle, okay? I went and I checked him for some weed, all right? And here this man's telling me he saw my brother the night before, my adopted doppel brother, this is Trevor, who, you know, Dave's twin brother, Steven, who's dead now. He was murdered. His son's name is Trevor. So he tells me, I saw your brother last night. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I saw him at David Rodigan. You know, Dave, you know, like the weed. This guy was telling me I got some weed. It's called Dave. You know, so this is what he tells me. Yeah, David Rodigan, which most Jamaicans know. With no music and they're in the vibes, the scene, we just call him Rodigan. Yeah, me see my David Rodigan. I even respond to it. Yeah, okay. All right, you know, whatever, you know, and that was that. Now I noticed this guy. I went to go and check him after I went to court one time. Still, this is when I went to the towel and I went to go check him. You know, he was acting real funny. You know what I'm saying? But I know he's a part of it. You know, but I need to see how deep you're into this and how thick you are in the shit. You know what I'm saying? But seems like he's a big mastermind or puppet master in this too. You know? Big time. You know? Crazy. It looks like it is a perpetrator in the backseat. Looks like they're looking for somebody. It looks like they're looking for somebody, you know. And yeah, why this cop keeps looking back here? But your partner said hi to me before, buddy. See why you're looking at me like that? I ain't do nothing. I ain't commit no crime, babe. I ain't commit no crime. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep moving, babe. You know who his partner looks like? His partner it actually looks like the flipping dude that arrested me for the public mischief. The same dude who was there at the trial. You know what I mean? Who had his hand on his gun like trying to intimidate me in the courtroom. It looks like him still. And he don't like me. I don't like him neither. You know what I'm saying? But my smoker cop who was driving said hi to me. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. You know? Either way, it looks like they're looking for someone. You know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, my so-called uncle. Well, you know, it's actually his brother who told me when I told you this guy who said that he saw my sister's boyfriend's face break up like a puzzle the night he was shot in his face. Well, it was his brother that was with the girl and told me to mind my business. I was a youth, you know. And he said, yo, just stay out of it. It's serious. It's bigger than you. You know? It was my uncle's half-brother who I still regard him as my uncle still. You know what I mean? Small world, huh? Yeah, small world. So I had to go and check him after court. You know? And so I'm by this man's place. And he's acting real funny. I know he knows what's going on. You know what I mean? I told him, yeah, I just came from court. He even asked me how it went. Yeah, for sure. Let me get a bag of weed there. Cool. You know? And we're talking a bit, but he likes to try to belittle me and stuff like that, you know? He just acts stupid. Real stupid, like really trying to get into your head and your emotions and stuff like that. Like you're never right and you're always wrong and, you know what I mean? You always did the wrong thing. Like, he acts real silly. You know what I mean? Real silly. I can't stand talking to this guy. But I have to extract right now. So I'm by this man's place. He gets a call. Man says, yeah, I'm reaching. And the man's like, yo, you see you, man, I'm going to have to charge you for every 10 minutes you're late. Okay. He picks up his bag of weed. He wants to leave me in this place with this girl in the living room. He wants to leave me in there. He's like, yo, I just got to go outside to go deal with this. No, I'm coming outside with you. So I go outside with him on his patio. He's sitting on his bench. A car pulls up across the street, headed in the opposite direction. He lives semi in the lane, okay? But it's more near the sidewalk. This guy drives his car and pulls up across the street on an angle. It's like a little 60-degree angle for us to see him. But this guy just called him and told him he's coming, right? The guy drives his car and pulls up and then looks at me with this look on his face. You know who the guy was? The same guy that was in the court with me. Same guy. Dreads, bearded up, black thing on his head, dreads coming out. And he's just looking at me. You see when the man pulled up and looked at me, I looked at him right away and I nodded. I nodded my head. It wasn't even a nod. It was more like kind of like what's up? Kind of, yo, hey, you. Like, hey. You know? And then I just turned away. I'd even dwell on him. You know, it's just, yeah. But I'm saying when I seen him, right away I know it was the guy from the court. Right away. It's just like, I'm not dwelling on that. I mean, he's supposed to come and check you. So he's parked over there. And I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? I looked at him once. Yeah, what? You know, yeah. You know, just talking to the air, basically. Looking at the air, talking to the air in my mind. You know, this guy and these people, you know. It was that kind of vibes, you know. And then what the guy does is he peels off and then parks somewhere else. More like, I guess, on my uncle's side of the street, but behind his house, which is kind of in a lane, which means that you're not going to see him. That's where the guy parked up and then called my uncle and told him, yo, differently. And the man said, yeah, all right. And went to go and check him and go and sell him some weed and some grabber in his car outside, which he never does that. I know this man, okay, 3 years I've been going and checking him. Longer than that. I've been checking him for like maybe 5. Never seen him do that before. Actually come off of his patio to go and check somebody who has a car who came to check him. It makes no damn sense. So why didn't the man want to come into the house? Obviously, because the guy got shook. He seen me. He's like, this is all to mess with my head. Yeah, it's me, you know. But when he shows up, and I'm like, yo, didn't I see you? No, I don't know you. What you talking about? No. You talking about, yo, bro, you were in the court with me today. What I talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was more for me to freak out, like, whoa, and then say to this guy, yo, Bridget, I was at court with this man, you know. And he's gonna say, nah, man, the man just a come from him place, him live right up the road, man. What you talk about? And that's how he's gonna talk to me, you know. Me just asking him, nah, man, what you deal with, man? No, man, I know him, man. And then the man's gonna park up and come into the house. Because I'm gonna say, oh, okay, it's not him. And here the man's gonna show up and look like come in the house. And then try go on like as if it's really not him. But because you ain't get no reaction out of me, you don't even know what I'm thinking. I didn't even react to it. I didn't even say nothing to you. Okay, well then guess what? Don't come in. And the man linked him and said, yo, I'm not even coming in there. And he went out there to go and chop the man. The same man who's always talking about people don't park your car. Me anyways, if I have one in my car, don't park your car in front of my place or right around here. If I'm in a taxi, yo, where would you park the taxi? Yo, just right there. Yo, brother. Yo, listen to me. I couldn't find no other parking guy. I had to park there. It's always something. But yet I'm by your house the other day. I come from court. And I see 3 guys pull up in their cars and park their cars like right in front of his place, including this idiot who pulled up. Yeah, you, it's me. Remember me? Yeah, you know? Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's like, yo, I don't even know if I should try this because, and the man, you know? It's like this doesn't even bother him, you know? That's why the man didn't come in, you know? Now, if you think I'm joking, because I said to myself, I know it's the same man, you know, but I know this man's going to play games, you know. If I would have confronted him, I know this man would have said, no, it's not him on the spot, okay, but I can go and check you now and bring it up and just watch his reaction, okay. So today, I went to go and check him. Earlier today, I went to go and check him. As I get to his house, remember, you know, I can tell this guy, it's not the first time he's done this, you know. He knows I'm coming to check him. Look, he's a part of this shit, you know, so he doesn't really necessarily have to get a call from me. And then once he knows I'm in the area and I'm walking up that way, he's going to get a call and a heads up, your demand's coming, and he's going to set up for me. You know what I'm saying? And have people come by his place and act weird and shade and that kind of shit. You see what I'm saying? This is what he's been doing, and I noticed this for a while. Many times he's done it. Okay, whatever, guy. You know, that don't bother me. But the last time when I went to go see him at court, I was talking to him and I was just giving him a heads up, you know, yo, bro, listen, all you people who do crime, you don't even know how this shit works. You do crime, right? And you get caught by the feds. You're into crime. You're into like a criminal gang and stuff like that. And they did, right, well, your phone is bugged. Right away, your phone is bugged. And guess what? All the numbers in your phone are bugged too, okay? And guess what now? When you get out, it's either you're going to use the same phone and you're going to get caught, or you're going to call the same people and you're going to get caught, or even they're going to get caught, right? Or you're going to come out and you're going to get a new phone and then call the same people, and you're going to get caught eventually, especially when you're doing big things. And I talked to a few people about this, and they're like, my God, it's true. Yeah, it's true, guy. You're bugged. You're a part of some criminal gang. You're into things. You're a known drug dealer. You know, even if it's just you selling drugs, trust, when you get caught, right? Right? Even if you get bail or whatever, bro, you could be caught for jaywalking, bro, and they know you as a drug dealer in the area, and you are. Well, you should just know they're bugging your phone. Especially if you have other people's numbers in your phone who are linked to things. They're bugging your phones, guy. And that's what it is. And once they see you doing things while investigations launch, you don't know, and they're watching you 24/7. And man's like, oh, yeah, you know, so that's life, you know, you have to be careful still, because guess what? No, you went and baited up all these people because you got caught for some shit. I didn't tell them, you know, differently. The feds them got my phone. You understand? Which means, damn, I'm sorry, you know, I mean, my bad, you know, shit happened, you know, but you need to change your phones now. Not just that, you need to even tell the people that you're linked with to change their phone numbers. You're going to have to do that. You know? You're gonna keep the same phone numbers, but make sure you use some WhatsApp link or something encrypted or something, so that, yeah, you know what I mean, if you're gonna, because most of you talk business on the phone. You love talking business on the phone, you know. And the man's like, yes. I'm like, yeah, exactly, bro, you know, exactly, you know. And like I was just talking to him, you know, and I kind of stopped for a quick second, and the man opens his phone and calls his daughter, Mama, Mama, how are you doing, Mama? I'm like, wow, you just called there, you know? And then his daughter says, good morning, Daddy. Good morning, Daddy. I'm like, where is she in the world? Why is she telling you good morning? And I mean, doesn't she know where you are and know what time it is wherever you are? I mean, like, good morning, Daddy. And he chuckled, you know, and it's like, it's just mind games. He told his daughter to actually say that. He was texting his baby mother and told his baby mother to tell his daughter, say good morning to him, just to mess with my head. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, it's not morning, but wait a minute, why is the kid saying, what the heck? You know, it's just stupidness, literally. So he did that, and as he did that, I just walked away from her. I actually literally walked away from her and didn't go back there. I just walked away. I didn't say bye. Yo, you want to go talk to your kid? And obviously, you don't want to talk to me. You know, you can play this game. You think I don't know, or whatever. And that was that. Okay? So today when I go and see the man, right? And I know I'm up there. Before I left, I said, yo, gang stalk me out there. Gang stalk me if you want out there. I'm going out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out there. As a matter of fact, I see a bike parked up in the bike little rack there, you know, and it's been there for a few days. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'll take it. I mean, I care whose bike it is. You don't just allow me here. Don't talk to me here. Send the man whose bike it is to come talk to me and give me a spliff. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me. I thought, oh my God, I'm burn them up, you know. Gang stop me when I go up there, because I need some action. I'm going to go out there for smoke when I go out there. I don't play with these people. So I went to go see this guy. And I know, man, you're waiting for me. I just know it. You're always waiting for me, man. When I get there, who do I see? His son. And some white guy who I recognized before from gang stalking tales. Let's just call it gang stalking tales. Something happened and he was there. Somewhere else, you know, with someone else. You hear me? And here he is here, you know. Okay. But I pretended I don't even notice you. I don't even recognize you. You know what I mean? But I recognized him right away. While his son is there with his daughter. Okay, cool. So I asked the son, is that Kira's daughter? Because his son has a daughter with my daughter's half-sister. You understand? While my uncle on my father's side, my second dad's side, has or got a child from a girl that's my mother's brother's daughter. So it's my cousin. He went and slept with my cousin. While here his son goes and sleeps with my daughter's half-sister and has a kid with her. So I asked him, is that kid Kira's? And he's like, no, she's big. Okay, how am I supposed to know that? I never met her. It's like he's trying to say, yo, like, what planet are you on? You don't know she's big, man? I mean, this can't be her. Like, yo, bro, how the heck am I supposed to know? I don't talk to you people really, man. I don't know, maybe you got with Kira and had a kid with her and got her pregnant. How am I supposed to know, guy? They just act stupid, you know what I mean? So he's like, no, she's big. I'm like, okay. I never seen her before, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really tell me that. I'm like, do you have a picture of her? Which I'm sure he was going to show me a picture of her, right? But I have to get to it before they do. What does the man show me? A picture of his daughter looking like a slut, with her tits out practically, man, and just looking like, give it to me. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I said to him before he even showed me the pic, show me her. You know, is she pretty like her mother? And he's like, yeah, she looks more like her mother still. Yeah, okay, well, you can't say her mother's pretty because you're not with her. You know what I mean? Her mother's a beautiful girl. I mean, she's crazy, yeah, but she's a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? it's what it is, you know? And her daughter, she's pretty too. This kid is big boned today. This kid is a giant. He's like 6'5", you know what I mean? And he was 6'3" when he was like 14 years old. You know what I mean? The kid is a little giant, you know? But that's the pic of your daughter you're gonna show me, man. And I'm just like, yeah, man, she a big woman, no, boy, yeah, she looks like her mother, I can tell. I can see you in her too. Yeah, you know, and I just gave him back the phone and started talking to his uncle, you know. And I'm saying they set that up still because I know I don't see my daughter and stuff like that. And guess what, you know, this guy has a kid or maybe two with my daughter's half sister, and he even talks to my daughter sometimes and sees her every now and then. Even helped her to get a job. You know, one time she don't want to talk to me because of her mother, and it's just a system. It's just a system, you know. This is about jealousy and things like you don't want to see the man make it. He's your dad, but he's so great and amazing, and it's like, I know, it makes me seem like so insignificant. Yeah, but it's because you're a bad girl, and you love this world and the system and society. You know what I mean? And that's what that is. You know, that's what that is. I never do no wrong to my children. You know. And those who do wrong to my children, they love them. You know? It's funny. You know? But anyways, so now I'm talking to this guy. He shows me the picture of his daughter, you know? I was just talking a bit. Because as I'm sitting there, I was standing up and here this white guy is there with him, and there's him and his kid and his grandkid, right? Okay, good. And then a SUV pulls up. And I only saw the side of it, you know, and I knew right away. I'm like, that's Marva, yeah? That's Marva. Okay, she's a witch. Okay, she's a witch whose son killed his friend. I told you about this kid who I practically raised this kid as a Rasta, you know? And then it's just, you know, you just end up caught up in things, you know? And he's with like other so-called Rastas who were in like a little clique with us. It was real Rasta, you know, but these guys weren't real Rastas. So they turned this kid out, had him set the dope and all kind of things. Now he calls himself Cartel. Well, he used to. Anyways, man, this kid has a friend. And one day he's like, yo, I'm going on the street to the store. You know what I'm saying? And his friend's like, yeah, you want me to, I don't really feel like going. All right, we'll just stay here and I'll be right back. You know what I mean? I'll be back in about 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Just chill. Cool. The kid went and made a copy of his friend's key, Cartel's key. One day, Cartel's playing video games with some people in another country. You know, he was playing a game and there was people playing and they were from other countries, you know, like a group game thing. And he was falling asleep. I told you the story before. And he must have heard his door open. And then he's like, he's, you know, in and out of sleep, you know, but then, he, you know, his eyes open and he's like, whoa. And he sees who? His friend that he left in his house. And he's like, what are you doing? How did you get in here? And he's like, yo, you have a key? And what the people who were playing this game abroad heard was, what are you doing here? What? You have a key? What are you doing? No. Blam, blam, blam. You see me? Kid gargling on his own blood. So that kid did that. That is her kid. Marva's kid. The same Marva who the story is, rumor is, that she has at least 4 kids that she checks into like halfway houses, mad houses, you know what I'm saying? Mental institutions to get some big government money. That's right, and one of them is this killer, this madman killer kid. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. So she pulled up, but she didn't pull up. She slowed down as she passed him. And I'm like, yo, I'm Marva that. I didn't even get to see her because I'm telling you, I only saw the back of the car. Side. You know what I'm saying? Passenger door. And then the back of the car, but I know her car. And I'm like, yo, that's her. And she's a witch. She's slowing down. And then she parks up by the stop sign, which is, it's in our view. To go across the street to a dépanneur. Gang-stalking dépanneur. You know? And I'm talking to her and she's parking. I'm like, yo, that's Marva. You know Marva? My uncle lies and says, no, yeah, man, you know Marva. Everybody knows Marva. And I had to tell him who she is. Yo, listen to me. That girl's son killed Ruben, you know? And then one day, the same man that killed Ruben, Cartel, okay, the same man that killed this boy, we used to call him Ruben because he's born in April. He's a youth. He was walking with my niece. My niece, this would be the daughter of Andrew, who was killed in his sleep because of Marcus, by Marcus's brother Gary. Gonzalez. And hold on there. What the heck is this? Oh, you better make sure. Go the other way. Some people. Better be careful, because I might be sitting here chilling, but I will smoke them out. Right here. On site. You know what I'm saying? Where was I? Little smoke break. Where was I? Gary, Andrew. Where am I? I was saying, this boy that killed Cartel was walking with my niece, whose father was killed in his sleep. His AK-47 they used to kill him, they put it in his mouth, okay, and blew off his head, okay. Well, his daughter now is walking with this guy who killed his friend. He didn't go to the funeral. He hasn't been coming around. Everybody's saying he did it, but people kind of stay away from him, and hey, he's gonna get it, you know. Right. Here's my niece walking around with the same guy, and a little girl over there in VSP, little bad girl that don't play, that wants to bust this guy's head for killing her friend, confronted my niece and said, hey, what are you doing with this guy, man? You know, he killed his friend, he killed our friend, you know. Oh, it's not my business. Apparently my niece, who she didn't get this from me, was high on pills and drunk on liquor. No, it has nothing to do with me. It's not my problem. Apparently this girl from VSP took her into a corner and pulled her gun out. Oh, this girl is a bad girl. Oh, these girls, some of them don't play. Pulled out her strap and put it in her mouth and said, you want me to blow your brains out? You want to tell me it's not your rascal problem? You're chilling with this guy. So if he gets it now and you're chilling with him, you don't think you're going to get it too? You can get it right now, girl. Literally, this girl over there in VSP, I applaud you for that. I applaud you for sparing her life, because at the end of the day, people like that, you know, you do things like that and make those kind of mistakes, it might cost you your life. And it's just the way the game goes. It's just the way the game goes. But she spared her life. That's right. Apparently my niece sobered up and found out that this girl put a gun in her mouth and was like, what? What? Yes, shit up and pissed up her panties. Oh my God, what? She almost blew my brains out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I bet you're going to think twice about chilling with people you know are alleged killers of their friends. You know? Come on. After your dad was murdered, and apparently it's what it is, but the story is that it's actually his friends. People that are close to his own brothers, and even the guy that went and told Jenna what he saw. That guy is our age. I know the man personally, and he's cousins to the man. No, they're not cousins, but they're close. They grew up together, and it all started between him and that kid, and then it blew up into something else because they wanted to take over the place because, well, his brothers were out of town. You know, it was like a takeover, takedown kind of vibes, you know, and that's what it is. That's what it is, you know. Rastafari. But I'm just showing you. So that's what I was telling this man about this Marva business. I'm telling you, I don't talk people's business, you know, but I'm telling you because you need to stay away from them kind of people there. Still, I'm just letting you know what I mean? And you could tell people, say, careful, Marva, if you your Marva name call, or, these youths from VSP and thing, if you make sure, say, well, if you are par, or your kids or your friends, them are par with them, if you know who them are par with, because they're not good people and they're not known for doing nothing but badness. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I'm telling you that. But as I was saying that, man, his son was glitching, man. Had his phone in his hand, glitching, texting. Yeah, who you texting? Must be Marva. Telling Marva don't come. Because it looked like she wanted to come through. You know, she went park their car slowly. But it's like they want to get reactions out of me. This is the same guy, this white guy who was there from some other gang stalking tale twice. As a matter of fact, twice he was there. You know what I'm saying? Remember the day those two, the hungry hippos came for me? I told you I was in the mall talking with Gerald, the Haitian bum who's a gang stalker for them. And Gerald is Geneva's dad's name. And I told you something happened when this man had some herbs and thing. Well, another man showed up, and that's the man. No, it's not him. I'm recognizing his face right now. It's not him, but it could be. You know, this man is acting like as if he knows me. Yeah, you know things about me. He knows what's going on still. The man is just here to gang stalk and play games. See? And if you think I'm joking, I as I was talking about this Mava girl, who as she's coming back to her van, she has her phone in her hand, right? And she had her phone in her hand when she was in her store too, while this kid's texting her. I know this is what's going on. She was supposed to come through, but I had to be all kind of, inoculated with her spell work, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just messed up, discombobulated, all these vibes. Good. When I got up there, I walked up on the patio. I seen my uncle, his son, grandkid, and his white guy. And I walked up. His son was the one who was sitting right there as I got in, And it's like, I know this kid from a long time, from little Burgundy days working in the center, and then people have mad respect for me, and even him, he used to have mad respect for me them time there, And I don't know what happened to this kid, because nothing didn't change with me. I'm actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger and doing greater and greater works, you know what I'm saying? So now I walk up there and it's like, yo, he's saying, but he doesn't even put his hand up to like dap me, and I'm saying? So I didn't even dap him. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm here, and then I just spoke to his dad. Yo, what he's saying? And his dad dapped me, yeah, whatever. This kid thinks he's big. He has a little black Escalade parked by his dad's house. It looked pretty new, I think he's had it for at least 3 years. Don't matter, it looks nice. Okay, he thinks he's the shit. You know what I mean? Here this kid's trying to act like, yo, don't dap this man. Dap this man. Well, fine, guy, But now you have your daughter there, and it's like, oh. I'm like, yo, that's your daughter? Fakir? No, attitude. The heck? And then I looked at the daughter and I said hi, and she just went, you know what I mean? And kind of like buried her face in her dad's chest, I'm like, oh, okay. And I just ignored that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so, da-da-da. But these things is gang stalking things. You got tell your kid all kind of bad things about people and tell them don't talk to them and don't say nothing to them and just don't talk to them. And you're big hypocrites too, because you don't tell the people you're talking shit about, you don't confront them to their face, really. You see what I'm saying? So your kid don't have a problem with that. Most kids, if they have a problem with somebody, they're going to tell you right away what that problem is. Unless they don't say nothing to that man there and stay away from him and they tell you later, I don't like that man. You see what I'm saying? Or they might even say if they heard things about the man now, yeah, they might even say to confront the man. Unless you tell them. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to control these kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to try control these kids. And I'm like, look at this pretty girl. And as I'm talking to them, she keeps looking up at me. You know what I mean? And then Marva pass, and I'm talking to them. Good. Well, that conversation dead. And then I just walked away. Didn't even say nothing. I just walked away. But I only went to the store Marva came from. And as I said, Marva, on her way back from the store, she came and opened her car door and then looked at us. Yes, because we're right here, right? Looked straight at me. I put up my hand, gun sign, to my head, like just to my cheek, like, yeah, right here, And she looked, oh, good morning. She never says good morning to me. She does not like me. She would pass me on the street and just drive right by. She doesn't talk to me at all, unless I see her in a store, yeah, hi, and she'll pretend like as if I should stay with her and talk to her, But good morning, she looked so nervous. Good morning, yeah. I just turned away and then, she hopped in her car and took off. So I took off too, as I did that conversation about her. Go to the store. As I'm walking back from the store, I see this girl run out onto the sidewalk. That's this guy's kid, to go hop in the car. And I see him hopping in the car. Oh, you're gone already? Oh, so you really came here just for me? All of this was just a mess with the man, and you thought the man was gone, right? You know what I'm saying? But here I'm coming now, and he sees me, and he's like, oh, shoot, yeah. And he's like, I don't know if he's trying to get a reaction out of me. I don't know if he wants me to stare at his escalator or something, but it's like, I ain't even watching your car. Your car ain't nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't car ain't nothing to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've driven Land Rovers, Benz, Jaguar, Mustang, I've had some cars, I've been through things, you know what I'm saying? Some of them I own, some of them no. Yo, believe it or not, to Rastafari Club. Believe it or not, I just walked across the street to Rastafari Club. If you could see it, man, because I'm not even going to point at this guy, but if you can see it, here comes Don the Batty Bomber Rascal Beats walking this way, you see what I'm saying? If you can see that, man, I'm not even going to keep it on him for long, you know what I'm saying? Here comes the Bomber Rascal clown to Rastafari coming and seeing this guy. Tell you, boy. Oh, Don the Batty Rascal Beats. Oh, and he's with Dave. He's walking with Dave, no joke. Him and Dave apart. You know what I mean? I saw it go, you know. It's so funny. Oh, that clouds, man. I tell you, man. Life. Yeah, the Rastafari, you see, man. Yeah. You know, but here this guy's leaving. Things, I don't know, man. Like, I'm impressed. He has a Escalade. You know what I mean? And then he's like, yeah, all right, Megiddo. It's one of my names, alias, artist name. I said, yeah, seen. And he's like, all right, you know, and then left. So now I'm here with his pops now, you know, and his pops' little guest, you know, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, bro, you know that guy that pulled up the other day? And he's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the other day, man, I was here. He's like, boy, I do so much, I don't even know. You know how much people I check or come check me? You know, bro, it's a dude that came. He called you before he came, bro. Came out, you were sitting on your patio waiting for him, right? And then he pulled up right across the street, and I seen him, and you seen him. You seen him. And he said, what's up? You know what I mean? And I'm just studying some people, you know. Studying some people. But he didn't say what's up. The man pulled up in his car across the street, looked at me. You know what I mean? I didn't tell him that. He just pulled up and I saw his face. And I'm like, yo, I know that face. I know that man. I know him. He doesn't really answer. He's like, what? I'm like, yo, bro, it was just the other day, bro. The man pulled up right there. He called you first. And then he went around the corner and then parked up there and then called you. And then you went to go and chop him, meaning sell him the weed. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, bro, that man there, I know that man still, you know, and he's just quiet. I'm like, yeah, I know his face, you know. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I went to court that day. I told you I came from court that day, you know. Said that man was at courtroom me that day. I was sitting right next to the man in the courtroom. I just didn't get a good look at his face. You know what I'm saying? The man's all quiet, you know. Yeah, man, you know, I know that man still, you know what I mean? It's just so the court or the judge kind of ran our names quick, you know what I mean? So I didn't really have no time to talk with him, you know. She ran his name and then he left and then she ran my name. You know what I'm saying? And then she ran my name, you know. But it's the same dude. And I mean, he confirmed it. I mean, I know it's the same dude, but I'm saying I'm talking to you right now. Yo, I know the man, bro. He was in the court with me. Nothing. I'm like, yeah, bro. And then he just got up and ran in his house. You know what I mean? And then I went in his house to ask him if he has like a, you know, like a chain, like a bike chain, because I know somebody that needs one. And I asked him, he said no. And then right away attitude, yo, me, I'm cooking some food right now, you know. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, you know. And then as I'm leaving now, here the white boy's talking about, yeah, so, you know, so maybe later I'm going to come check you later, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, for sure, the white boy's leaving now. You know what I'm saying? Just like Don Beats is leaving now. Look, see? Don Beats is leaving now, yeah? As I said, the white boy's leaving and Don Beats is leaving. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Walk the boy. He just walked this guy to his house. So he escorted him to his house just to walk away. And go where? Were you going home? What funny business is that? What kind of funny business is that? It's to bother me. I'm telling you, that makes no sense. Well, you escorted this guy to his house only to leave right away, you know? Anyways, man, this is the crap these people do. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious, man. It's hilarious. But here the man just got quiet, man. Real quiet, you know, when I started talking about this dude. And then I said, yeah, I know, man. Then I said, yo, he was at courtroom, man. What a small world. The man got up quick. I ran into this place, yo, I'm cooking right now. Yeah, man. You cook, guy. You cook. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting smoked right now, boy. You feel me? So this is how big this thing is. This is all these people are involved. You know, this guy got caught for something. They're just like, yo, make sure his date is on this guy's court date. He's linked to things with some dirty cops. You know, we're gonna use him, and that's all that is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if his next court date's on the same date as mine. You know, but you see when this guy pulled up in his car and looked at me from across the street, he looked so pissed, like, yo, it was like I missed you. You know, like I had you, guy. You know, kind of vibe. You know, or we had you. He looked so pissed. You know, the man looked so rascal, vexed, man. Anyways, man, that's that. You guys doing the dumb shit, you know. Another failed attempt. Then we got this Devo guy, man. You know, I gotta document this shit, man. This Devo guy, man. The other day, I went outside just to take out my recycle, man. You know what I mean? But these guys, it's like, they're studying shit, you know. And Dave, now he astral projects, so he can see what some things I may be doing in the 3D in advance. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. You go into the 5D realm, and you could see well ahead in the 3D only so far, and only so far in the 5D. You can't see everything, because if you could, obviously you'd be able to trap people and do anything you want to me, right? Exactly. So I'm still way higher than you, and most times he doesn't see me. Yeah, well, every now and then I come down for him to see me, so that, you know what I'm saying, I can come and smoke him out. You know, you see me? Okay, guy, wait for me wherever you want to wait for me. He's in the kitchen waiting for me, man. I get upstairs in the kitchen. He's not in the kitchen. He's outside in the garden on a bench with some drunk girl named Sandy, who she hasn't been around for a while, but she knows somebody in the building, and she comes around. All she does is drink with these kids. She's almost 60 years old. She's over 60. She's probably almost 70. She's trying to look like a young girl, chilling with like a 30-year-old, 33-year-old kid, you know what I mean? Doing all kind of nastiness and just drinking and doing drugs and shit. You know what I mean? Waste life. Waste. You know, that's what he's chilling with out there. Got a big jar of weed on the table. You know what I mean? I'm playing, guess what song he's playing? I'm going to wrap this up quick. Okay, this part here, because I'm trying to flip and elaborate on this clown here, you know? He's playing a song that I told you he was playing the last time I confronted him, when this guy came at me with this stupid cane. Remember Mr. Cane in the Cane? And he was playing my Sizzler, and he played Barrington Minot, Sugar Minot, right? I'm never gonna give job. And he also played Bob Marley, Waiting in Vain in Spanish. Some girl singing it in Spanish, right? And he played a Sizzler. It's a beautiful day, right? But my point is, he played the Sizzler. He was playing something else before that, but then he played the Sizzler. Then he played Bob Marley, well, the Spanish version. Then he played the Sugar Minot, Never Gonna Give Ya Up. And oh no, it was prior to the Sugar Minot. It was prior to the Sugar Minot, because I was in the garden and I walked away from him. And as I walked away from him, he was playing a song called As I Go on My Way, As I Go on My Journey. You know, and then he played the Sugar Minot as I was standing in the corner over there, and I heard him, and I said, yo, turn it up, guy, turn it up, and he turned it down. He turned it down before I even said anything. You see what I'm saying? Okay, good. I told you this guy's been playing that song just to bother me. He comes outside and plays that song. I play that song a lot, you know, and I play the rhythm a lot too, and I play Sizzla Kalonji Good Ways a lot. I love that tune, yeah, one of my favorite, you know, from Dada, you know. So what does this guy do now? Well, I hear him playing music, but as I come upstairs, he's playing As I Go on My Way. All right, and then he goes and he plays Bob Marley, the Waiting in Vain Spanish version, right? And then the guy goes and plays Sugar Minot again, the same song, you know? So me, it's like he was sitting there playing on my way, and I walked straight up to Sandy, but I was standing right in front of him. I'm like, hey Sandy, Ronaldo, which is the name of a news reporter from Canada. Her name is Sandy Ronaldo, but this girl's name is Sandy. So I'm like, hey, Sandy Ronaldo, long time no see. You know, hey. My name is like, he's glitching. He's looking up like, yo, notice me. You know, I didn't say nothing to him at all. I talked to her. She's drunk. How are you doing? How are you? Okay? You okay? Yeah, you know what's going on. I'm here. You know, and then I walked away from her, and she's like, no, wait, come back. I come back, and she's like, yeah, you want to talk to my friend? Yeah, and she's like, hey, Dave, you want to talk to him? I'm like, I don't talk to him. We don't talk. Huh? We have problems. According to him, he has problems with me. I don't know what the problem is, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the problem is. All I know is if you have a problem, you have to fix it. Because your problem is not me, and you don't want me as your problem. And I even have to tell him that you don't want me as your problem, guy. He kept looking up, trying to get a reaction from me. He ain't getting no reaction from me, guy. None at all. None at all. You know? And that's that. Left him there, smoked out, trying to gang stalk me in the flipping 5D. And I'm lone stalking the clown right here in the treaty. I'm catching up to him. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy, you know? As above, so below, you know? Well, then yesterday, it's the last little episode with this guy here. Yesterday, I go outside. I return. No, that wasn't yesterday. This is just today. This is just something happened yesterday, but no, I'm going to talk about today. I go and check my uncle, you know. Oh, yeah, it was the same guy. He was the same guy, man. This guy, I'm shithole. This guy's a big blood clot puppet master in this. You see what I'm saying? He's a part of all of this. You know what I mean? He's a part of all of this, man. You know? But I returned and I walked through the patio, through the kitchen, common area. Who's in there? Dave and Debbie. This is the girl I gave the treats to. She was boiling some eggs. He's filling up a mop bucket. Oh, really? You're filling up a mop bucket? Interesting, because I remember one time when I first moved here and this guy got here a few months later, and I was talking to this girl named Geneva, and she kept insisting that I come outside, or insisting to me that she's outside, like as if I'm going to be like, yeah, come see me or something. I wasn't talking to her. Yo, leave me alone. You know? The girl still showed up. As she shows up, she sits down in the kitchen. I remember I was boiling some porridge in the upstairs kitchen because it was too hot that day to make porridge in my place. And she sits down in the kitchen, and not even 2 seconds later, Dave comes in the kitchen with a bowl, a bucket, and a mop to clean the kitchen as I'm boiling some porridge in the kitchen, you know? And the first thing he said when he walked into the kitchen, hey, I don't know these people know each other. One time I was with the girl and he was there and I introduced him to her. He was just there. Yo, that's Geneva, that's Dave. And he's like, yeah, hi, Geneva. And she's like, hi, Dave. You know, attitude. Yeah, okay. So, as far as I know, they don't know each other. But yet here he walks into the kitchen and she looks up and he looks down. Hi, 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 hi. Yeah, hi, oh, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, oh, yeah. And they just started having a conversation. You know what I mean? Yeah, so, yeah, oh, yeah, you know, I thought about that too. And yo, the man walked into the kitchen and it went like berserk, man. Hi. He goes to fill up his mop bucket and he says to me, hi, Ross. Come and tell him, call me Ross. Just call me Ross, guy. Don't call me no other name. Just call me Ross. You know? And he's like, oh, hi, Ross. And he starts talking to her and then goes to the sink to fill it up with the water and then turns around to ask me, so you're bubbling up? But as he said that, he turned around to me. I was turning the other way with my pot, leaving the kitchen. Oh, you're bubbling up? I didn't even answer him. I just left. I'm just showing you. It's the same damn routine. So here you're back in the kitchen now with another girl as I'm coming in. This is the only difference. It's me coming in now and not her coming in. And then you coming in. It's me coming in. Same routine. You know what the man did? I didn't say nothing to him. I said hi to Debbie, how you doing? Yeah, she's like, hi, Barry. Yeah. Well, this guy wants to talk about nobody talks to me, you know, which, who cares? Why would that bother you? I said, yo, take it easy, okay? Have a good day, Debbie. And as I'm walking away, man, it's intuition, man. I just swung around. Guess who's right behind me? This guy with his mop bucket. Trying to fire some spiritual rascal bullets into my back, thinking I'm all messed up from whatever I'm going through, you know. And today, when I'm coming in the kitchen, he's supposed to get a reaction from me. I'm supposed to be pissed, yo, you know, like, you know, just even say something to him, you know, and he's gonna ignore me, and I just keep going on and on. Now I'm in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? That's right, man. I'm telling you, as I'm walking out the kitchen, I just finished talking to this girl, man. Okay, take it easy. I took 3 steps, man. It's a small little hallway to get out the kitchen, man. As I was taking my 3rd step, whoa, he's behind me. No, you passed me, you know. And I went the other way. The man he had a mop in a bucket, and he had to even move the damn mop out the way so that it doesn't hit me. He was like, oh, I'm not gonna hit you, not trying to hit you. Sure, you're not trying to hit me, guy. You know what I mean? Man, I'm like, yo, don't even touch me. Just walk by me, guy. And I told him straight up, I can't trust you to walk behind me. You hate me too much. You hate me too much. You know what I'm saying? Very good. Very, very good. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, I didn't see these guys leave, so I'm not gonna say that these guys are really doing this for me, but at the same time, yeah, these guys really think it bothers me seeing them walking down the street together because they don't hang with me as if I want anything to do with them. Hmm? All praises be unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. I do not have my device on me. But I can pause this and run inside and go and see what's going on and just give you guys a little rundown, before I close this. Because I know this one is kind of long. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So give me a sec. Yeah, bless. We inside. We inside. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you got the Iran, U.S., Israel, Lebanon war taking place. That don't concern none of us. Let them go to war and destroy themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all go to war and destroy yourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got a huge solar mass eruption from the sun, something the world has never seen in a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, it all coincides with the strawberry full moon and also the Mercury retrograde that's about to pop off tomorrow. You know? Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, shoot, man. There's so much going on. So much going on. But, you see your news, your media. You don't see what's going on. You got French media translating it in English. So that when you click on the French news, you're going to hear English. Like, they're just doing a bunch of things to piss people off. You know what I mean? It's like, you, the media, I tell you, man. You can check out Times New or Now? Now World. Times Now World. Check it out. It's sweltering over there. Meltering. Heltering. Sweltering. Yeah, man. Yeah. You got Bahrain and Kuwait attacked by Iran. Yeah, you got emergency meetings being called at Camp David and at the White House because it seems like Trump is in full panic mode. They're even saying, he took some experimental drug and it's messing with him. But we know that he took a cocktail one time when he said he got COVID, remember? That's right. Now they're saying, yeah, we think that it's a damn psychotic drug. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Conservative. But, yeah. I can't stand the news. And that's why I have my own news feed and news source. Yeah. And news anchor, and news reporter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and news correspondent agent, senior news correspondent agent for the UFC. Man. Be super, ain't nothing else to add to this. I just wanted y'all to hear about what really went down in that courtroom. Yeah, the shit room and the shit house. Yeah, you see that shit? Man. Huh? And now you're gonna get it, because everything is boomeranging in retrograde. This is just the calm before the storm. Mercury goes into retrograde tomorrow, and all the other damn planets, including planet Earth, is going into retrograde tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's going to happen tomorrow, and after tomorrow, and after that day, Huh? It ain't going to stop. You went too far again. And we got this Dave guy gang stalking me in the 5D realm down here in the 3D. Bro, I'm all the way up in the thousands flipping D. I don't even know what number D I'm in right now, man. I don't even know what dimension I'm in, man. The highest dimension I reach, we don't count. We lose count. You think you can play with me, guy? The other day, man, I went to take out my recycle, and I seen him down the hall talking to this guy that called me a nigger. And then I came that way to smoke him, and he's sitting on the front step smoking a cigarette, and I caught him there. He didn't catch me, nor expect me there. Boy, I'm here. I'm alive. Give thanks. I asked him, who told you that I'm easy, guy? Listen, bro, I just went to your shit house yesterday, and I shit on it. I'm a dragon. I shit fire, spit fire, and piss fire, guy. I don't miss fire. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with this fire. You know what I'm saying? It's a missile. Yeah, it's the Messiah. Boy, you need to go back to England. I told him you need to go back to England. You came here for nothing. You know what I'm saying? All your moves you wasted, all that time, effort, energy, resources, wasted. Man. And I had to tell him, you're in the shits right now, aren't you? Yeah, the same place you wanted to see me is where you're at. Ain't it great? Ain't it great? And that was the other day I took out the recycle. The other day I just went upstairs and he's outside on the bench with this drunk girl, Sandy, ignoring me, but I wasn't talking to you, neither. But then I spoke to him. I said, yo, I told Sandy, I don't see how some people are sitting here trying to disrespect me when you're listening to my reggae music. Rastafari is mine first, reggae is mine first, and the ganja there, that's all mine first. So you're just a thief and a culture vulture. He didn't say nothing. But she's like, yeah. I'm just like, yo, it is what it is. I'm just telling him. I know you know what you are, but nobody ever tells you that. I'm just telling you. You don't want to play this game, and since it seems like you're trying to, you're gang stalking me, guy. Here you are waiting for me. Hey, I'm right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore you. Then until I'm ready to move. Yeah, guy, you're funny. I see what you're trying to do. This is all my shit, my music, my Rasta culture. He tries to act like he's a Rasta. Okay, who do you see him walking down the street with? Dan Beats, who's supposed to be a Rasta, right? Very good. He listens to nothing but reggae music. He has no culture of his own, no identity of his own. Okay, and you're smoking this weed. Okay, if it wasn't for the weed, what would you be smoking? Who knows what else? And who knows what else you are smoking? But I'm saying you smoke weed too, right? Good. Because it helps, don't it? Yeah, so does the reggae, right? And so does Rastafari, obviously. It gives you a purpose, right? Yeah, but you misuse it. You're miscalculating your own damn meds too. Like, what are you thinking? So you're trying to take what's mine and claim that you're me and try to destroy me with my shit. You're trying to hurt me with my things. Eh? Okay, good. And then, well, today now I catch him in the kitchen waiting for me. That's nice. You're gonna get smoked out. Huh? Planned that. I was just supposed to get emotional and then leave the kitchen and he's gonna walk right behind me and then throws darts into my back. You know what I'm saying? The same guy who says he claims that the man who stole his wallet, came into the building, and then stabbed him up in his back. Almost killed the man. And he ain't even 100% sure that's the man, He ain't 100% sure, But according to him, that's the man. Either way, man. Here, you're right behind me as I'm leaving the kitchen. I left the kitchen. I'm telling you, man. That's why I said the other day, there's a semi-lunge at me. It's like how you manage to do something like that when you're such a, you're old and, he's really slow more time, But no, he has this burst of energy. Really, that's demonism. I left that kitchen after telling that girl, have a good day, man. And as I reached to this, it's a mini hallway to get out or into the kitchen. I said, wait a minute. I look behind me. The man's right behind me, coming real quick. Oh, yeah, for sure. Why don't you just stay away from the guy? You know what I'm saying? I mean, does this guy bother you? You can't stand him. Nobody talks to him. Why are you right up underneath me like that? You want to try something? Oh, well, that's another failed attempt. I'm going into retrograde, people. I just have to let you know what happened. It's real crazy. I know sometimes y'all probably get tired, but you should, this is exciting. They keep coming for me. Damn courthouse drama. Shithouse drama. Man, wow. So that's what really went down? Yeah. And the same dude ended up showing up at my damn uncle's house and posted up and looked at me. It's me. I'm like, yeah, it's you. And what's the big deal? And he's like, shit. And come in there and this guy like, yo, shoot, man, he's too aware. I want to come in there and act like as if I'm not the dude, but then it's like he knows I'm the dude. And it's like, yo, yeah, guy, you're the dude. So you coming in or what? Nah, I ain't coming in, man. You're going to have to come and give me that. Really? So why didn't you just say that before? When he first pulled up this guy now, okay, and you called this dude and told him you're coming. Yeah, well, I'm going to have to charge you for, every hour you're late. Yeah, okay. Why my uncle just cross the street and go deal with him? You see what I'm saying? Or why didn't this guy just come and get his stuff, right? Right, something's going on, right? Obviously. So he makes a U-turn and then parks on my uncle's side of the street, right behind his house, because he doesn't want me to see him, right? Okay, so let me just come and get your shit. Now my uncle's coming to give you your shit? That don't make sense. What was the point in you pulling up there for me to see your face in the first place? To show me, it's me. Remember me? Yeah, and I ain't ready. Yeah. What's the big deal? I mean, I know what you guys are up to. I mean, like, I didn't think you would have did something so stupid, but I mean, like, okay, you're the same guy that was in the courthouse with me, and now here you are coming to see my uncle. Okay, you're coming in. You're coming in now. I just pulled up for you to see my face. Okay. And you want your stuff because you could come and get it, or my uncle come and give it to you. Yeah, well, not now. And then pulls to the side. That's right. That's when my uncle went inside. That's right. Text. Yo, differently. The man didn't even react. He even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? He even say nothing. He's like, yo, shoot. The man looked at me like as if he knows it's me, fam. You know what I'm saying? And the man's like, yo, I'm just going to come and give you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to come and give you that. You know what I'm saying? Because the man pulled up and then left. And it was like a good 5 minutes. My uncle went inside, took his phone with him, observant, and then came back out and then sat down, and then he's not getting no reaction from me. And then I seen him, his phone in his hand, text, and then I noticed, well, he got a call. And it's obviously the same guy saying, yo, whatever. And he's like, yeah, all right. And then he went to go. What's that about, huh? Oh, yeah, well, Rastafari. And then this guy, yeah, it's the same guy I was in court with. This is what I'm telling my uncle. It's the same guy, man. I mean, I noticed his face and everything. Yeah, I noticed him, man. I mean, I know the guy's face. You know, I was in the courtroom with him, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, yeah. I mean, it's the same guy. You know? Small world, huh? He just ran into his kitchen. Now, how hilarious is that? Yeah, well, I mean, I can go on and on while the madness that's going on, you know what I'm saying, in my life and in my world, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, your world seems kind of boring, you know? Your world seems kind of boring. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're all sitting there like, how's this going to end with him and them, and, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's the Hell's Angel versus the Hell's Angels, you know what I'm saying, and it should be the other way around since they started this beef with me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they started this beef with me, but hey, I'll tell you what. I know I got a little sidetracked the other day. I was telling you a story about my Andrew Griffin. It's my boy, Andrew Maddox's son. You know, many people know, many people don't know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Griffin. You know, I told you this guy bust a shot through my kid's front door because he got into a little scuffle with her half brother, and I caught the dude and I dealt with his case. I didn't do nothing too violent. You know what I'm saying? But he got a little shook. And one day I'm walking down the street and I see the same kid and he's like, you. I'm like, what? And he's like, what? I'll call my boys. He didn't even call nobody. All I seen was at least 6 men fly out of nowhere. Grown men, these are grown adults, man, say, you know, mid-20s or so, man. This was in 2009. 2008, as a matter of fact. No, 2010. Yo, they flew out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, yeah? No, yeah, I ain't running. And they came and they rushed me. And I'm like, yo, well, who's coming? You know, these guys were just there waiting, waiting. One's in the back, one's on the side. I'm like, yo. One came to rush me. I blocked him. And I was like, yo, differently, because they all rushed me at the same time. I just had to go down. No joke. I just went down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? When I hear these guys are trying to box me and kick me, yo, man, them had batons on them and shit like that, but just shielded me. No joke, just shielded me. Anyways, I'm like, yo, you better get off me. Yeah, I was about to blow up. I can't tell you what I was going to do, but all I can tell you is that there was a dragon about to come out of me. You know what I'm saying? All I know is, yo, I'm like, yo, these guys, you're not even hurting me right now. You know, you just get up. And then they just ran. I said, weird. I'm like, yeah, you better run. No joke, that's what I said. I'm like, you better run. Huh? And I look and I see 2 police running our direction. Great. Cops had to come and save their day. He didn't save my day. Ah, man, I don't know what I was going to do. I don't know, but I'm telling you. I was going to explode. No? Yo, the cops came running. I see these guys running. I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I'm looking like, wait, oh. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You sure? Yeah, I'm okay. Yo, man, I'm trying to bust me up. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm even left his baton. I took his baton. I'm like, I'm gonna keep this. Those are the good old days. It was fun. You might say to yourself, how the heck can you call that fun? Hey, man, you don't know me, man. You don't know me. I love war. Not to say I love it, but I love to defend myself. Yeah, I love to defend myself. And I only defend myself when I get hurt. Physically, I man really have to try to come hurt me, you know. For me to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? People, I told you, I warned you, And we're here. I told you, they see my face on this stupid phone or any device, man. The things these people are going to try to do to me and the things that are going to happen to your world is going to be crazy. And they keep trying crazy things and things just keep getting crazier and crazier. You know what I'm saying? And it's just your world out there, the wickedness that's going on in the world. People are just getting crazier and crazier. All right, so then more crazy things must transpire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. All I wanna wear conspire. You see me? I say, yeah. All I wanna wear burn fire. You see what I'm saying? Give thanks and praise to the Most High Jah Rastafari. Blaze the flame, make it fun. Higher. Yeah. Our praises be. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go now. Yeah? Yeah.